Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back for another slime video. And today we are answering the question that has come up quite a bit recently, because people want to know: should you summon for RAPHAEL or VELZARD? Which unit is better? Who brings you more value? La 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 la. Question mark, question mark. Well, today we're going to do a very simple comparison video. You know, we're gonna do Big Daddy damage numbers with both of them in the same scenario, and then we're going to test them out on the team together, away from the team together, just kind of going over what they do, what they bring to the team individually, what happens when you combine their powers. We'll do a very in-depth video on how they do, and maybe that will assist you in determining who you need to summon for, or who you should or will summon for. But without further ado, we already know what the kits do. If you don't know, then go back and watch my other videos. That's going to take forever. Let's just dive into the actual gameplay. Alright, we're going to go into the Master Alice mission right here, and we're going to use the water team with the Space Rimuru as well for the attack boost, and then RAPHAEL first. Now, RAPHAEL, in an attempt to even out the playing field just a little bit, we are going with a 5-star book, even though I do have access to a 6-star book, and that's just to do as much as we can, because obviously we do have 2 dupes in a RAPHAEL, which is going to make a difference, but I don't have a 6-star claw for VELZARD, and I also don't plan on making one. So 5-star book for RAPHAEL. This is the team we're going to be running, so Alt boost, Pierce boost, you're here just for DPS, attack boost, your own boost, and then the debuff on Ranga. And we'll see how well RAPHAEL can do in a legitimate team setting right here. Will we have enough points to use like everything at once? Probably not, but we'll work with what we got. So let's dive in. We're going to use Soei as the supporter for both the units this time, because Soei is my best water unit, and he gives the most stats to anyone on the team. So also a good kind of evening out right there. So hopefully we get a lot of cards for Space Room, and that way we can just swap RAPHAEL in, and okay, well I guess we're swapping in out Alice. So Alice is weak to magic damage, and since they both do magic damage, that's great. So we don't have a discrepancy right there. But let's go ahead and send these cards. And RAPHAEL does 3,000, give or take, and then 3,300 on that 180% boost. That's not bad. Okay. Ooh, actually this is perfect, because we can swap out Space Rimuru now for Alice, and then get an orb change in here from the blue to greens, and we have a full 6-card send. And we can send RAPHAEL last, even though technically Water Rimuru would hit harder, I think. Okay, sweet counter, thank you. 14... No, actually, no. Water Rimuru will not hit harder than RAPHAEL. Alright, well, Water Rimuru is a defensive type, so his attack stat is pretty low. Pretty low. Okay, so we have an ult for RAPHAEL. Only 98 points, though, so I'm not really too worried about that. I'm launching it now. I kind of want to build up a little bit more. And I also don't want to use Chloe just yet, but she's going to increase our skill cap. And blues are nerfed for 2 turns. We'll just send these. They're nerfed anyways, so I don't really mind. And then maybe next turn we can use Chloe, get a full orb. Oh, yeah, like that. Okay. We're going to keep RAPHAEL in with the ult. We're just going to build up continuously, though, until we get to a realistic buffing turn, because I want to use a decent amount of points to show RAPHAEL off. Maybe we'll even get a double ult. So already we're doing decent damage with RAPHAEL, even with Alice's guard and defense and all that. Cool, thanks for the ult, really appreciate it. That's a hand right there, isn't it? Okay, 140 points. Realistic setting. Let's go ahead and use it. How long does she have her defense for? 3 more turns. Okay. So we have the ult boost. Let's go ahead and use the defense down and the pierce rate up and the water resistance down. And that'll leave us enough points to not use Ranga. So actually, yeah, no, this is fine. This is a realistic turn. Okay. The hand is kind of unfortunate, but we'll make do. So we're going to launch Raphael, who's got the pierce boost from... let's see, Pierce Power. Yeah, 30% Pierce Power. And then Alice has the defense down and the water resistance down. We have the Pierce rate. So let's go ahead and send that, and then we'll send 2 Raphael cards. And we do... Oh, right, we haven't watched it. We'll watch it today. We'll watch it the first time, and then it'll just skip for the rest of the rest of the video. Tidal Tempest. 27-3. We've pretty much reduced her defense back down to normal levels with that debuff. So we could have done more damage if she just didn't have the defense boost at all. But realistically speaking, she has a lot of defense for most of this fight. 23-3. And that's 110 points right there. Generally conceivable, even if you're not using a protector that boosts your skill point cap. You could easily just throw on a boost and then hide Raphael in the back, bring him back in, use the boost on someone else, and then send the ult. So I'm not going to finish this fight because it's going to make the video super long. We can see what damage we've done is like in a normal setting, or normal damage, the ult damage with the boost. So let's go ahead and come back with VELZARD this time. Alright, as you can see, VELZARD has 5-star claws, 5-star jacket, 6-star ring, bracelet, whatever it is, I don't know. I call it a ring, I know I always get corrected on that, but the accessory, there we go. So same team, just instead of Raphael, it's VELZARD, so let's do this again. We'll see what kind of realistic turn we can get. We don't need as many points because both of VELZARD's buffs are only 30 points, not 55 from the Raphael skill, so it makes things a little bit easier. And as we've seen from the Big Daddy damage test, VELZARD does do more damage outright. In the same setting, she would do even more if Raphael's defense down was also there, but we don't have enough people for that. So here's what I was looking for the last time, where I could swap out the unit for Space Rimuru and just get Rimuru out. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll see. So we did 3,000-ish with Raphael. So I'm expecting a little bit less because we're not level 88. And we're doing, yeah, 26. And then 29. So 3,000 and then like 34. So we're missing about 400 points of damage on average. And that's just purely from the dupe power and the potential awakening skill things. Okay. Well, that's fine, I guess. Alright. No VELZARD cards at all, but we get a 5-send of Water Rimuru. Okay, okay. Okay, we're just gonna get hands of everyone but now. So I'm just gonna send these blues and get them out. Perfect. Kind of. Again, we only have one VELZARD card. Thanks, game. And we do not get an ult, but we are max points again, so the power of Chloe. I do like Chloe as a protector. Like, off topic for a second, I know this video is not about Chloe, but I do like using Chloe as a protection unit. You know, boosting water and light is very critical, and the ability to use Gazel with an ult booster without having to sacrifice a unit makes doing the orc so much easier. Because I don't have to bring Wind Villain anymore. I can bring someone else. I can bring another type advantage unit to get that extra DPS during, you know, the lead up to the nuke turn. I really wish I had another... Okay, well, that's fine. I also don't have Soe, so I can't orb change these oranges. Okay, we can not get a VELZARD? We can get a VELZARD ult, okay. Alright, so we can essentially run the... maybe not the same turn, but a turn close. Okay, so we have 140 points. Let's... do we have enough to use... no, we're already boosting attack, so I don't need you. So 55, so that's 85. 120? Yeah, actually, I think we have enough. So let's bring in... do we make it fair? Just... okay, so last time we just used Alice and Raphael. So this time let's just use Alice and Valzard, regardless. I mean, we still have enough points where I could use... like Space Reamer for the extra attack boost. So that extra, like, what, 11%? Or I could use Ranga for the Pierce resistance down, therefore making my Pierce hit even harder. But I think this is a fair turn again. Again, we don't need as many points as we do with Raphael, so this is easier to obtain. So let's go ahead and send it, and we'll watch her ult. I don't think I've seen it yet today. I have not. Okay. I like this ult a lot more than Raphael's art, and aesthetically, I think it looks better. And she's hotter. 27-3. I don't remember what did I think we did like 28 or something, so not that much lower for missing 2 dupes and having her defense still high. So comparable damage, less setup required. We could have easily gotten higher than that if we had actually used someone else's skill to, which we had the points to do, but chose not to. So actually very comfortable showing, even without fully buffed up or fully nerfed. So, and we have no cards for it again, so we might as well end this section here as well. So, so far, I would consider Velzard winning in 2 of 2 categories. DPS, and then a realistic turn battle against, you know, a high-level event. Now, this is Master, it's still a challenge event at Master level. This isn't like Predator Battle 1, Beginner, or this isn't like Crucible 5. This is you know, the current meta's challenge event. Realistic. Let's move on to well, let's move on and I'll figure out where I'm going to go next. Okay, so instead of moving on to a new stage, I wanted to use Velzard, but in more of a supporting role. So I'm not going to launch the ult with her, because we've already seen what she can do. But I do want to use her Frostbite skill, therefore affecting, you know, the debuffs that we can place using Ranga and Alice. And then I'm going to bring in Water Rimuru, who also has an ult, and I want to see how much effect her Frostbite can bring to the rest of the team when they debuff Alice. And then we'll do the same with Raphael, is where we'll use Raphael's defense down and kind of have the same kind of effect and see how supportive they can each be of their team. I know I did this with Velzard on like the crit team with Gaz or something, but it's kind of hard to establish that, not being a team that relies solely on debuffs, that Frostbite's not really going to affect heavily. So let's go ahead and do this. We'll use that. We'll wait to use the Pierce until Water Rimuru is here. But Frostbite is now active. The Pierce resistance down is active. So now let's take Velzard out for Water Rimuru. And then we'll go ahead and pop the Pierce boost. And then the water resistance down. And then we'll see how much damage the rest of the team can output. And actually, hold on. Do we have enough to... No, we don't, because I've used that twice. Okay, we'll just do this. Alright. We won't sit through all these ults, though. So Rimuru does 18-4 on an AoE. Ranga does 15-1 on an AoE. And Alice does 22-2. And we might kill here, actually. Okay, yeah, look at that. Alright. So the Frostbite definitely is affecting the debuffs that have been placed on, you know, allowing for greater damage. AoE's hitting that hard, you know, without having any other kind of like attack boost or crit boost. I mean, I'm pretty happy with that output. Let's try it again with Raphael's defense down now and see if that makes a difference. We'll have to do it on a turn where Alice does not have defense, though, to make it a fair showing. So we'll see if the defense down on top of not having her boosted defense will allow the team to hit harder or not. Alright, we are back. Turn 10. Alice no longer has her defense boosts. We have enough points to use all the buffs and debuffs that we need to. So let's go ahead and bring Raphael in, who Alice really hated today. Really disliked. So, low on health, but it's okay, because we're only going to pop that. And then we're going to get Ranga back in here. And then we will send the same kind of thing. So we've got... Yes, we've got this and this. Sorry, I had to think math was hard for a second. I was thinking that Ranga's was a 55 point again. We've got the Pierce, and then we've got the Pierce Reduction, or the Pierce Resistance. So let's see how much more damage each of our units does. The ults are boosted as well. And let's just go ahead and send it. So Ranga now does 15.5. Rimuru does 18.5. And Alice does 23.6. And I think we're done here again. Okay, hold on. I think those are very comparable numbers, to be perfectly honest. Let's I'll take a look at the video. We'll come back for the last, I think, part of the video that we'll do, which will be Ifrit. Alright, the final part of this video will be the test against Master Ifrit. Not EX, Master. Is that a nerf on this actual testing? Maybe, but I really don't want to have to sit here and reset for hours trying to get that good first starting hand. Let's just go through it. Let's see how well, because Master Ifrit is still a challenge for a lot of people who don't have a very good water team, who are relying on Gabiru and Yuki. Maybe they don't have Milim. I'm not going to use Chloe because she's sadly not good for this fight. You need the defense. So we're going to run Gabiru for the crit resistance, you for the heal and the deny and your 6-star, Selway for the DPS, and then Raphael for the DPS as well. And we'll see how this goes. I don't think we'll have too many problems, but it'll be interesting to see how well Raphael does versus VELZARD, since we can easily boost VELZARD with her attack boost. And we don't really have the team for debuffing right now, so it kind of renders Frostbite a little bit invalid, but it is cheap, so we'll use it anyway. And then, but the defense line, 55 points is a lot to use in this fight when you're trying to stay alive and use crit resistance and all that. So, we will see. So let's go ahead and bring in Raphael for, do I want to go that first turn without it? I think we have to, though. Alright, so let's do this, and then we'll go ahead and send Raphael cards. Can we get... No, we would need 4 blues. We're not going to get that right now. Okay. So we do 28. Okay, that's fine. Okay, here's the first hit. Oh, a counter. Look at that. Alright, now let's take out you for Gabiru. And we'll use the crit resistance. Not that one. This one. Alright, that one. And then we can get Milim online next turn. 24, 28, 3,000 with the 6-star. Okay, thanks for the counter. Okay, 2,300 against Raphael. It's not terrible. Okay, crit resist right there. So, do we pop? I think we'll pop Milim here. Yeah, we'll pop Milim here. And we'll run the turn as it is. Try and keep working on getting a Raphael ult, which we're close to. 14, 24, 28. Alright, another hit. So 3,800 right there. Gabiru's looking a little low. Alright, cool. Another ult coming, which I will resist again. And then we won't have a Raphael because we don't have Raphael cards. Okay, cool. We'll send the blues then. 28, 36, 42. Awesome. This will hurt. Okay. Oh, okay. Well. Alright, Gabiru gets to come out now. We don't have another ult coming. We'll bring in Valentine for the heal. And then we'll get her out for Zoe, who has the most cards. And these are nerfed for one more turn. So I kinda... yeah, we're just gonna use them. Alright, hopefully we get some Raphael cards and we can get an ult. But like I said, this team, this stage is not built for just having an abundance of points to use, unless you get a hand like that, never mind. But we still can't actually use Zoe's orb change, but we can use Raphael's orb change right here. So here's a setting where this works out very, very well. Even though we, again, don't have Raphael cards. We're still looking good because we still have a full 6 card set. These are attack boosted, they're meter boosted, so we can put Milim back online next turn as well. Now we're doing very good damage. Thanks for that. Okay. 7,500. So we're looking pretty good. I do want to launch the ult with Raphael though, so let's go ahead and get Milim online. We have Raphael cards finally, and a bunch of them. Hopefully these don't kill. I don't think they will. Question mark? No. Okay. Well, okay. Thanks for that. Okay. 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 You can stop that now. All right. Good. We should be. Oh, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? 4 attacks, 3 counters, and then the actual hit. I'm so glad you're dying this turn. All right. So. We have no ult boosters, so what we can do is here, at most, is we can lower the defense and increase our pierce power in the event that we do get a random pierce, because there is no one on this team that will grant us additional pierce rate. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and heal just for funsies, because I do expect death here with these 2 ults. So the defense is down. Let's go ahead and send Raphael, and then we'll send these cards as follow-up. Raphael does 14-7, and Zoe does 17-4. Okay, so that wasn't a terrible run. A lot of unfortunate counters, but, you know, we cleared it first try. Now let's swap Raphael out for VELZARD and see what we can do there instead. Alright, here we are, the last part of the test. Master Ifrit again. Swapped Raphael for VELZARD. Let's take a look at what happens here. I do expect much higher damage numbers just because of her boost is very cheap, so I think she's going to work a little better here. We don't need nearly as much setup than the 55 points that we may or may not have depending on how your run goes, because you might be healing a lot more, or you might be using the ult deny instead of just taking all of them. Okay, that's fine. We'll bring you in for Val. We'll send your cards. So what we're doing, like 28 with 24 or 28 with Raphael. VELZARD does 24, so I think we were doing a little bit more than that. Okay, so let's go ahead and resist this one. And we'll send these oranges before they get nerfed. I think oranges get nerfed. Okay, Ifrit apparently is counter happy today, and there's nothing I can do about that. Alright, that hurt a little bit. Please don't hit Gabiru again. Yeah, before the oranges get nerfed. Okay, you're not listening to me. We also don't have Milim online, so we have to bring in you. And then let's pop the defense. And then we'll go ahead and send these greens. We'll see what her damage is comparable to Rimuru. 24, 3,000, 38 with the the damage boost. Oh, that hurt. Okay, we're gonna heal after. Ooh. Okay, well, I don't want Velzard to die. And she's getting more cards next, so we can take her out. Okay. Let's go ahead and heal. We will pop Milim. And then we're going to go ahead and send the Rimuru cards. That way we open up more room. Hopefully we get a whole hand of Velzard. That would be quite nice. This ult is probably going to hurt. Oh, yeah. Okay, no more ults though. Boosts are leaving. We have an ult for Water Rimuru now. That's fine. Let's see, get you out. Velzard is close to having an ult. Not quite where we want to be right now. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Don't do it. Don't do it again. You're gonna kill her, aren't you? You're actually gonna kill her. God fucking damn it. Okay. Let's try this again. Motherfucker. Alright, we'll bring Val in for the heal. On everyone. And then we'll bring in Velzard for Valentine. And we'll go ahead and send all these blues. I want an ult for Velzard before anything else, and then we can finish up this video right here. I guess we can start... Oh, that's good. Okay, I'll take that. How I'm feeling about this is that I think Velzard is an overall more useful unit. We're just going to start talking about this now. Because her skills are so cheap, because she has her own attack boost, because you don't need as much setup for her, she can very well assist with a lot of setup, but it's not required. I think she has a much easier time fitting in on the water team and other teams, you know, if debuffs become more meta relevant down the line. Well, okay, we have enough for a 55 point, but I don't have anything that boosts besides these two. What's our hand looking like? Where's my special blue orb converter? Slime. God. Okay. No one converts to blues anyways, so we're just gonna use this. Frostbite isn't really going to matter because we're not debuffing in any way, shape, or form, but we're going to use it anyways. And then we'll send these, and maybe we kill? Maybe we kill? I don't know. We'll see how much damage the ult does with Velzard. But yeah, I think, in my opinion, Velzard is probably the more useful unit. 15,000. Okay, definitely not as much as I thought it would be. Or more. I thought we were going to kill here, but guess not. We want one more turn. But we'll finish off with Soe then. Because we have an entire hand. But yeah. Velzard, I think, is better if you were going to pull and you don't have any other water meta units because you could use her other places as DPS. Her skills are cheap. While we did, you know, find use for... Ooh, double fang. Nice. I'm losing my train of thought every single time. But because Raphael's skill is 55 points, especially in EXE free, when you generally don't have a lot of points to use, at least in the beginning, unless you have really good luck, really good team that can tank, and you can build up points, and you take both all three ults without having to drain, then I guess that's fine. But Velzard is hitting on par, you know, -2 dupes versus my Raphael in the same exact scenarios almost. I mean, we were able to debuff with Raphael on his against Ifrit. No debuffs existed, but we still hit relatively the same numbers. I'm sure if we had debuffed with maybe Ranga or Alice or someone, she would have just done more damage. So I think after these 3 tests, it's a 3-for-3 sweep with Velzard coming out on top over my 2 duped Raphael. And Raphael just seems not incredibly important right now, but we still don't know what is coming for Jubilee. I am sure the defense will be quite high, and then this second skill is going to, or this first skill is going to come into, you know, a lot of prominence, lowering very, very high defense on the Jubilee boss, increasing your Pierce power. It will become relevant on the Jubilee team. But apart from the Jubilee team, I believe that Velzard will be more useful. So I hope you guys enjoyed the showcase. Leave a like, do the whole subscribe thing if you've made it this far. But let me know what your thoughts are. Do you agree with me saying that Velzard is the superior unit? Do you like Raphael more, and do you think that she is better? Let me know. But for now, take it easy, guys, and I'll see you later.